What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch a replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications with these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, this is part of the haul that we did close to 2 weeks ago, where I was taking audience suggestions, buying some stuff. Tomorrow morning is going to be the clone fragrances. I'm going to do a recorded video with those. Got a few others I'm holding on to for another video. And then we're doing a few of these affordable niche slash, because I don't know, Van Cleef technically designer, but Loewe 7 and Loewe 7 Cobalt and Nishane, those are both affordable niche, because Nishane, it was only $90. It's pretty damn affordable for 100 ml niche fragrance. So this is all affordable stuff. So the name in the title is appropriate. Now, what's extremely affordable, my fragrance choice of the day, good old Club de Nuit Intense Man. And it's been at least a year since I've worn it. And I got 3 different rounds of hugs with sniffing because my wife really, really was enjoying how this smelled. So she's like, I don't know what you're wearing, but you smell incredible. I was like, really? I said, you really digging this $25 fragrance? And she's like, I don't give a shit if it costs $25. You smell incredible. So she don't say that when I wear Creed Aventus. I wore it last week. She didn't say that when I was wearing Creed Aventus. She didn't say anything negative about it, but she wasn't like, oh my God, you smell so good. It's magic. It still magic. It's weird because this is like one of the cheapest smelling fragrances I own. Up close smells like a $5 fragrance. Really good smelling $5 fragrance, but out in the air, smoky magic, like I've been calling it for years. Smoky magic. This stuff it's special, you know. Not everybody's gonna love it. It's amazing. So as far as the fragrances we're looking at today, I already took the cellophane off of everything. Van Cleef and Arpels, Ambre, Imperial. I forgot. I think resinous, spicy, stuff like that. I forgot exactly. But I've tried Loewe 7 Cobalt. Randy had sent me a decan. I believe it was Randy. And bottle came in stock. Figured I'd jump on it. And then Saffron Colognisé from Nishane. Been eagerly wanting to get this. Came in stock. Figured why not? We're probably going to start with this one. We'll save Loewe 7 Cobalt for the end since it's a revisit. And we'll do the Van Cleef fragrance, which I think is going to be heavier than this. We're going to start with this one. Wait till around 10, 12 minutes, something like that. Give everybody an opportunity to get here that wants to be here. See, we got 81 people in the first 3 minutes. Who knows what kind of crowd we're going to have. Maybe we have 200. Maybe we have 100. Maybe we have the 80 we have right now. Whatever it ends up being. Appreciate you guys coming and hang. Make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way in because it does help. John, good to see you, sir. Mahir Legacy, great choice. Been a while since I've worn that one. Pegasus Exclusive. Also ordered the new Rasasi Black because I'm needing a cheap everyday fragrance. It's good for that. It's definitely good for that if you're looking for a versatile everyday option. Very masculine. There's a lot of oak moss and cedar. Good to see you, Manny. The most wanted EDT Intense. I need to throw that back in the rotation myself. All genres bops. Loam, all team. Flexing a discontinued gem. E's wearing vibrato. Just fruity, fresh amazingness is basically a good way to put that, I guess. Mr. M.A. Styles, Jaguar Vision Sport, I've never tried. Isola Blue, amazing. Bohemian Lime, it's been a while since I've smelled it, but I'm going to say I can understand the relation. I find that Isola Blue is a much sweeter citrus. But I mean, citrus is citrus, right? I'm sure there's relatability. I mean, we're going to see what it smells like. Bois Écuit, I haven't wore pretty much since I got it. Because it begs you to dress it up a little bit. It's not you can wear it with a t-shirt, but I don't know. I feel like it deserves more. So I need to put it in the right situation. Beautiful fragrance, though. Why Intense? That's a beautiful fragrance. Invictus meets Why. Kevin, good to see you, sir. Fragrance Dubois, London Spice. That's amazing. I wore that for my trip to Louisiana. Polo Supreme Cashmere. I have none of the Polo Supremes. Kind of jealous. Smooth Operator wearing French Defense. You get the first soft live stream clap. You were flexing on us, sir. It's good to see you, sir. Club Black and then Light Blue Intense later. That's quite the double whammy. YEDP. They do come with caps. Polo testers do indeed come with caps. Good to see you. I am doing well. Hope you're doing well also. Prada Amber. I'm assuming the regular Amber Pour Homme, not the Intense. Very different fragrances. The Intense, I think, is a lot less like the original than the name would make you believe. Both amazing fragrances, though. That is for sure. Appreciate you, sir. The Tragedy of Lord George. the tragedy of George Zaharoff is that he lost his luggage got lost, and after 5 days they consider it lost. He had the update earlier. It says gone. His luggage is gone. He never had it for a trip out the country. That sucks. Calvin Klein CK2. I have CK2 into you. Is it same one or a different one? If it's a different one, I've never tried it. If that's bottles, my God, you spent a shitload of money if that's bottles. Is that decants or is that bottle? Because if that's bottles, you spent a grip. You spent a couple grand. Because Burlington 1819, French Riviera, you're paying closer to retail because it's hard to find. Tiger, you can pay over $300. Vibrato, you're paying around $200. Burlington 1819, you're paying around $300. ATH Supernova is well over $100, and Hard Candy Elixir. So that's what I'm saying. You spent a grip if you bought bottles. Let me know. Is that a decant haul, or you just dropped a bunch of money on some badass bottles? Hell of a haul. Milano Privé. That's the way to go. Don't bother with 1 million Privé. It's not worth spending the extra on it. Good to see you, Mike. Looks really badass lined up with blue on my desk right now. Thank you, Ross and George. You don't have to thank me for nothing. I had zero to do with the creation. I'm just part of the testing and the critiquing of the formula as it evolves. As far as the creation process, that is not me. And that I will say you're welcome on, because I showed you how to do it properly on your live stream. Make sure to subscribe to Fragrance Eternity for those of you that know he does go live. I jumped on last week, I think it was. He was yanking the cap off. I was like, no, twist. Big difference. Big difference when you twist. It pops the seal because there's a seat that the glass meets on the cap. Explorer Platinum. That's good stuff. I think it's really good stuff, honestly. John C., good to see you, sir. Florist. I don't have any Florist fragrances. I've heard great things about the brand, though. Kalen, good to see you, sir. Ooh, Centaurus. That is a good one. That is a good one. They've been floating around, too. Fragrance Buy restocked them a third time. I don't want to spend the money, though. I don't want to spend the money, man. Like, I haven't bought those Barron's Wolf Grey 12s yet. I've been holding off. I could have got the Cement Gray Jordan 3s for $150 today at a certain spot. And I'm like, held off again, because black cement's like, next month's a big sneaker month. So I'm only buying, like, really need to get fragrances, not splurging on random shit. I'm only getting stuff I really really want to get when it comes to fragrance, because there's the rest of the year, this oh my God, leading into next year, it's any of you that are sneakerheads, you know what I'm talking about. My God, it's about to be crazy. I've been chilling on this sneaker. I've been buying too much. The white and black Dion's, I got those coming. I was able to grab those for retail, but I didn't grab the Colorado Home or Aways, black and gold or white and gold. I didn't grab those. I grabbed the white and black. I already have the original black and whites. Anyways, you guys aren't here for the sneakers, I know. Why, Elixir's decent. Off to dinner with my mom. Catch you later. Enjoy your dinner with your mom, Kara. Thanks for coming, pop in. Good to see you, Gary. Seraphim Red 2 days in a row. Hell yeah. Virgin Island Water, the greatest coconut fragrance of all time, in my opinion. Gentle Fluidity Silver. Dan, not the man. Another one wearing Seraphim Red. Another one wearing Seraphim Red. Hell yeah. Think I like it more than blue. I figured a lot of people would. I stated that in my review, that I think a lot more people are going to like that than blue. Blue is just the one for me. Glad to have you, sir. Solely Ditely from Mancera's good stuff. Oud Wood. It's been too long. Flexing the Tom Ford. Carlisle. Damn. Nice and deep and resinous and sweet and fruity. It's a good fragrance. Kix Griffey wearing Tahitian Waters. I did see your IG post. Hell yes, sir. Felt like going into the archives. Kix Griffey approved FWO Wolfpack for life. I guess that makes two of us, because I went with Club Dinoui Intense Man. When normally, if I'm going for that scent DNA, I'm going limited edition Parfum, but I reached right behind it and grabbed the EDT. No, I'm going with the EDT today. I don't know what made me do it, but I did it. My wife's loving it. It's a great fragrance. A lot of neroli. I haven't tried that one from Van Cleef. More Lactonic Prada Black. Well, okay then. Signature Pour Homme. Man, it's such a great suit and tie fragrance. When I used to wear suits a lot more often, that's when I used to wear it. I never touch it. I always wear all the flankers. Never touch it. What's going on, Ken? YSLY clone. Okay. Scandal Absolute. That's in a video that's upcoming. I love that one. That's slept on this year. That is a slept on 2024 release. So I'm going to skip on down because I want to get started. We're 10.5 minutes in. We got 121 people. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up because I want to dive into the Speaking Club Data Intense, man. Parfum edition, pure parfum perfume, or the limited edition parfum. It's so confusing the way they did that because they are different. Man said, let me hold some. Jesus Christ. Yeah, pricey stuff. Pop Sense, good to see you, sir. Congrats. Heard you and Vince Sense did your first live stream last night. I wasn't able to attend, but I was trying to push people that way as mine was ending. Yeah, the original. Okay, yeah, the original. I prefer the original because it's more wearable. The Intense is like just stunning, but less wearable. It's more situational fragrance, you know. Definitely need to try Farmaci Baoli if you like Fierce. Well, I've got so much that smells like Fierce. I'm going to pass. No matter how good it is, I got so much that smells like Fierce that pretty much don't want it. The only way I'm going to end up with stuff that smells like Fierce at this point is if I don't know going into it, it's going to smell like Fierce. It's pretty much the only way it's going to end up. Marcus, good to see you, my man. Polos and Jays. Speaking of people that like the flex, you should follow him on Instagram. My man's like the king of the everyday graphic tees and sneaker fits. My hero. It's my hero right there. So that's going to be in that clone haul video that I'm doing tomorrow. I haven't busted that open yet. It's Iris. I haven't tried any of the Supers fragrances. Good to see you, Dino. Paco Rabanne 1 million cologne gets no love. Roy, good to see you, sir. Elysium Parfum Cologne, signature pour on this evening. Have a great stream. Catch the replay. You have a great night, sir. For those who didn't know, he's 7 hours ahead, so it's very late where he is. I sure appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mike. So I'm going to skip on down. I do apologize, guys. I'm sorry. I hate when I got to skip down, but it's just I want to get started, and I like to get caught up close to the bottom. All right, so we're going to stop right here. VIP Sense, Banana Republic Cardavon Vintage. I've seen that at the rack stores so many times and never picked it up. All right, we're going to stay right there, and we're going to start with Nishane. Screw it. It's the one I'm most intrigued by. Saffron and Colognisé is really good. Citrus green, a little white floral and soapy clean. Then it gets very earthy. Surprisingly very earthy vetiver in the dry down for the original. It's like a two-faced fragrance. It's two different tails. So here we go. Extrait de cologne. I love how they say that. Fresh like a cologne, but an extrait in the oil concentration is what I assume they mean by that. $90, a little bit more than I paid for the original that this is flankered from, but I mean, still under $100. This is, for any Nishane fragrance, that's pretty much a steal. It's kind of how I look at it. Atomizer's almost lined up. We'll do 2 sprays. I don't remember the notes. I know saffron. It's based around saffron. I'm expecting metallic, warm, spicy. That's what I'm thinking the type of saffron I'm going to get. I don't think it's going to be leathery. That's an assumption, though. I don't know. I'm not breathing through my nose yet because I want to let it settle before I get any whiffs. We'll waft it around in the air a bit. Oh, very spicy and bright. It is a little leathery out in the air, though. I don't know if it's the saffron doing it, but I do get a little bit of leather, actually. This is so much better than the original. Oh, my God. What a treat. Okay, so the bar is going to be set really high. I can tell you right now it's going to be a high-ass rating. Because these first impressions ratings on just how's it make me feel when I smell it. You know, that's 100% what I go off of is feeling and emotion when I smell a fragrance for a first impression rating. And I can tell you right now, we're looking at a 9 or better. This is really, really good. It's like a warm citrus. Really, really warm. I can't tell if it's orange or like lemon and grapefruit yet, specifically, but it's not over the top spicy, but it's a very warm, fresh fragrance. I do get a little bit of leather. Holy shit. This is way better than Colognisé. You can still wear this in the heat. It is still that level of fresh, but it's warm. Interesting how they pulled this off. It's making me very happy to smell this, by the way. Yo, this is one of the best fragrances I've smelled this year. Yeah, this is great. Great's an undershoot. If we're going off my rating scale, it's outstanding or better. What citrus is that? I can't tell. Let's switch on over to old Parfumo. Wow. This is gonna be the bar. It's gonna be really hard for something to top. I'm not saying that Van Cleef fragrance can't top it. Low 7 Cobalt I've smelled before. Not better than this, I can tell you right now. 8 out of 10 is an undershoot for me, but it's still for mid 200s in ratings. 8 out of 10 on an average. That's really good. Citrus, fresh, spicy, leathery, floral. So it's citron, grapefruit, and passion fruit. I would not have guessed. It doesn't smell fruity to me. It's all about citrus. Citron and grapefruit makes sense. The saffron, and there is an actual leather accord, so it's not just the saffron making it leathery. So this saffron, I would say more so than the pink pepper, is heating this citrus up. It is a warm, mega fresh citrus. And it's spicy, but it doesn't smell peppery. Even though it's pink pepper, I still think the saffron's really outshining this pink pepper. The pink pepper is probably that light sweetness I'm getting, but I'm getting a whole lot of heated, fresh citrus. Very unique in my collection. This is a fresh leather to rock in the summer. There's not a lot of fresh leathers like this. There is not. That's why I'm so taken back by this. I wasn't expecting leathery because I didn't remember exactly what the notes were. I knew it was going to be spicy. This is so freaking good. This is a must sample for anybody that wants a summer leather. That's who I would advise. Absolutely, you need to try this if you're looking for a warm weather leather. Funny how that rhymed. Warm weather leather. It's so bright and fresh. The citron, pink, grapefruit, that makes sense. Passion fruit surprises me, though. I don't get fruity. I don't get tropical. I don't get any of the typical things you would relate to passion fruit note, a noticeable passion fruit. Probably just adding to the freshness. Timeout, Ross, because I was about to throw a rating out there. Let me give it another minute because I don't want to just solely go off just all 100% emotion here. I want to be logical in my thoughts as well. I want thoughts to be involved, not just emotion. But as obviously the emotion is there, high emotion here, it makes me feel really good to smell it. Definitely pulls the wow out. Definitely wows me for what it is because it's so mouth-watering, fresh, warm citrus that there's a warm spice, but it does not sacrifice any freshness whatsoever. And the leather isn't overdone, but very present. Again, it's a super fresh, warm citrus leather fragrance that I have nothing else that fits this profile. And to be unique in my collection at this point is it doesn't happen all the time. So I get really excited when it does happen. I mean, 9.5. Like I almost threw a 9.75 out there. That's why I was like, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me settle down a little bit. Now, this has potential to move up from 9.5 after spending time with it. This is solely on how it's making me feel to smell it for the first time. 100% that the uniqueness of the profile in what I've smelled in my lifetime is also adding to that 9.5. Because if this was to perform what I deem to be phenomenal for the profile, it could move up to 9.75. I'm not going to give it a 10. I hold those 10s like, damn near got to put a gun to my head to get a 10 out of me. I've only given 2 ever in all the fragrances I've sniffed. This is amazing. I wonder what people are relating it to. What are they saying it smells like? Obviously, the original's DNA is there. I haven't smelled those. Hobdon, a little bit. I can see where they're coming from. Ganymede, though, I don't think it's that metallic. It's a little metallic, a little bit, but not where I would say Ganymede. I mean, this is a dead ringer for Ganymede. Gritty Supernova. This is slightly greener than Ganymede, but it's like dead ringer for it. That's good too. Not the same as this though. I mean, I think Ganymede's a little bit more of a reach, but I'm not going to rule it out because I get it because it is a little metallic, but it's not green. It's not heavy metallic. It's not green. I don't get anything lactonic. Cozumel I've never smelled, so I don't know. But so this person gets the passion fruit. Yeah, it's a salt. That leather, it's just right. It's just right. Noticeable, but not overtaking the fragrance. Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns on 9.5 here. Any of you that have tried this, do you agree? Do you think I'm overshooting it? Like, damn, I don't like it like that. I didn't think you were going to like it like that. Or are you like, holy shit, it's a 10 for me? Please weigh in. I'm curious. It's just amazing. I'm wearing this tomorrow. Put you right here. Perfect for the weather. It's hot. Sun's back out. It stopped raining, so it's just hot as shit again. I saw they stocked it. Yeah, it's cheaper than retail, but it's not as cheap as some of the other ones. Like I grabbed Rebellion for $95. That was a straight up steal. So when I saw they stocked that, and I think they stocked Supernova too, they're in that price range because they're more popular and they're newer. But I would wait. I mean, it's still way cheaper than retail, but I would wait unless you've tried it and you've been waiting to find it below retail. Then yeah, sure. But just on a blind buy, I think if you give it 6 more months, you could probably get it for half of that, or right over 100. It depends on your level of patience. Probably, I'll put Society Extreme first. I'll put the EDP second. I'll put Society third. I'd probably put Boisé fourth. I think I would put it fourth. Oh, shit, that much time has passed. Congrats, man. Congrats. I didn't get an RSVP invite, but it's all good. It's all good. Justin and Grace's wedding was very small as well, and I wasn't able to attend that one. I gave him a hard time, too. I'm like, well, I didn't get an invitation. But it was, I'm not going to say the number of people at their wedding, but it was very, very small, private stuff. But, of course, I gave them a hard time. So if I can give one of my best friends in the world a hard time, your ass is getting a hard time, Noel. So I'm excited for you, man. I know you've been prepping this for quite a while. The fragrance has been secured for a long time at this point. I'm sure you're eager. It's going to be a great day. I'm positive of that. Congratulations to you and the future missus. Damn, that's a long-ass stream. I can't do 4 hours. 4 hours is too much for me. 2 hours kind of like, I'm sick of this. I'm turning this live stream off, guys. After I get to the 2 hour mark. Sometimes we end up going past 2 hours though. But 4 hours, man, hey, y'all were just having a good time. I get it. Joey does 4 hours all the time. I can't do it. That's too long for me. I get antsy. I got to get up and walk around. But congrats. Ooh, my favorite bottle presentation. That's a kind of a difficult question, honestly. I've always been partial to the Dior Homme bottles. For as simplistic as they are, I think they're quite stylish. It's the simplicity of it. The stem, everything that goes with it. I kind of, off the top of my head, I'm thinking Dior Homme. And all the variations, Parfum, the Intense, the old silver stem ones, the different variations the Cologne flanker's been through, the way Dior Homme O looked with that beautiful blue juice. Dior Homme Parfum, that bottle's gorgeous. The 75, gorgeous. So I gotta go Dior Homme. Believe it or not, it's not the most exciting answer, but it's more than just the scent profile to me that draws me to it. Okay, let me skip on down a little bit. Nishane for the win. So I'm guessing you feel very similar to how I feel. Sandy, good to see you, sir. I'm loving it. LV Imagination. Congrats, sir. Quite the pricey flex there. The 92 Air Force Max. Speaking of flexes, dropping gems out here. All right. This one sounds like it. Man, must try if you want a warm weather leather that makes Saffron Colognisé a must try. I know I'm late to the game, and I've always heard people in the chat say, oh, God, you got to try that one. Now I know why. It is far superior to the original. I still think you should try the original first so you can appreciate the DNA that's in there and see the evolution of it. It's not so redundant to have both at all, actually. There's big time differences to where you can have both. I'm so excited to have both, actually. One of the people who recommended Low 7 Cobalt. Hope you like it. So I actually quite enjoy it. Randy had sent me, we're going to revisit it. We're going to do it last. I think it's Randy who sent me the decant. We did a first impressions decant sniffing not that long ago. So when it came in stock, it was like 73 for 50 ml. I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab that. Louis Dissy, Blue Astro. Never got around to getting that one. I love those different Issy flankers. Spencer, what's going on, my man? Good old Drakkar Noir. You can't go wrong there. You definitely can't go wrong. I'm not a huge fan, but I've always respected that fragrance. 94 Barclays, 94 Dion's are goated, but we're here for fragrance. Indeed. Indeed, sir. Indeed. I have another channel for that if you're interested. TLTG Kicks. Let them know, sir. I've never gotten around to trying Japur Homme, believe it or not. I know Blasphemy. B683. I've heard good things. I just haven't tried it. Stan, good to see you, sir. On Saffron Colognisé, definitely a 9. So high praise from Sandy as well. We're going to be revisiting that one last. So we only got 3 fragrances. We've been through 1 so far. Van Cleef and Arpels, Ambre Imperial is next. Then we're going to do Low 7 Cobalt because like I was saying a moment ago, I have smelled it already. This was kind of a, eventually I'll get it when I see it for a good price, and that happened. Why sell myself? Can't go wrong there. Mo, good to see you, sir. Hawas Ice. Fun fact, I was debating on doing the video between the 3 Hawases, and I probably still will. I think if I could only buy 1 Hawas, it would still be Hawas Ice. I really like the way it grew on me so much. Really did. Not that I didn't like it. At first, I was like, I still prefer the original. Not as time progressed. And this one, maybe over time, I'll be like, I changed my mind. But where I stand right now, I take this over Hawas, though, because it's so different. I don't get any Hawas DNA out of it. It's basically a less spicy Hachibat. It's a dry, green, woody dry down, but very, very fruity citrus at the top. It's really good. Come on now. I appreciate the compliment, though. Scent Journey fragrance. That's a good one. It smells like rye chips. I like it. Got to protect those hors-d'oeuvres. Them shit's expensive. Hors-d'oeuvres. What the fuck is that? I may look like a dumbass right now. I don't know, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You lost me. Right over my head. Looks like a hell of a haul. I mean, carved. Ooh, that's a damn good fragrance. Darren J, good to see you, sir. Code OG, big fan of Saffron Colognisé. Glad I reminded you to get a couple. So that was you that brought it up. I'm glad you reminded me too, because son of a bitch, every time I go and sniff it, it's like love it first sniff again. If I wasn't wearing Club de Nuit Intense Man right now, I would douse myself in this. I am spraying this tomorrow. So for those of you that watch my Sin of the Day shorts videos, anticipate one on that fragrance tomorrow. That I'm not changing my mind. That is what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Damn good. $17 is a great price too. First Instinct Together is a damn good fragrance as well. Still looking for your favorite retro old school. I know Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger would be. Oh yeah. Well, I did recently the 11 most important fragrances of all time. Go watch that video because that's the video you're looking for. That's a timeline type of thing for me. I have no idea. I've never smelled it. Somebody in the chat might be able to weigh in. I bet. I've heard good things. I will try that at some point. Honestly, I think you really should try the original L'Odyssey. I always believe when it's something that's been flankered to death or something that's iconic, it's always good to start with the original to either understand where they were going with all the different namesake flankers that built from it, or just to try a classic. I really believe starting with just like all the Boss bottle flankers, Boss number 6, you should always start with that. All the Spice Bomb flankers, start with Spice Bomb. Strong with You, yes, all of the flankers except for maybe Only, but even then I'd probably take Only over the original. With Strong with You, try Strong with You EDT first. Try Wanted before you try the Most Wanted, the Wanted by Nights, all that. You know what I mean? Like, I really believe trying the original is the way to go. And with Issey Miyake, I don't know how you could try any other fragrance but L'Odyssey Pour Homme first, honest to God. I think you just need to. Aqua de Jo, I could go on and on. Try the original first. It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Try that base DNA to understand what the idea was behind everything after the fact. That's what I would suggest. I don't know if I would say superior. I do think it's a little bit fresher, though. I do, because I'm not going to throw no salt on no Bleu de Chanel Parfum. We will not be blaspheming and shaming or criticizing Bleu de Chanel Parfum here on this channel today, sir. I know that's not what you were doing. It just felt fun to say when it popped in my head, so I shared. Bad Boy Power Up Spray. So that's not going to be here today. That's going to be for a different video. It's on the standing desk over there. That's for a different video. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, so he was trying to say hors d'oeuvres? That's what the fuck he was trying to say? That was definitely not what he typed. Let me scroll up. Where was that? That was definitely not what the hell he typed. How far up was that? I can't find it. So let me go on back down. But yeah, he definitely did not spell hors d'oeuvres. Okay, it was Noel. So you were trying to say hors d'oeuvres? So you damn sure didn't type it out that way. Yeah, you didn't type it out the right way, I guess. Let's see. Funny comments into the chat. Hey, Ross in chat. Savage EDP. Can't go wrong there. Super versatile stuff, man. I delete on here, but I guess it's still showing for you. Yeah, so on this side, yeah. On the if you delete something on YouTube, it's still going to be here. Once you put it out there, it's going to be on StreamYard. Okay, so I made it to the bottom. Uh-oh. Y'all behave now. Jay's here. Polo Blue EDP and Ralph's Club EDP this evening. Tapped in, just got here, immediately heard you addressing, I know you meant BC, or DC. DC, why DC? But Bleu de Chanel Parfum slander, point him out, Ross. I'll ban him right now. Settle down, sir. Settle down. Good to see you, Bishop. Not a fan of Cobalt's incense note. Reminds me of Profumo. We are different there, sir, because I love me some Aqua di Gio Profumo. We will not be slandering Aqua di Gio Profumo here today, sir. Shout outs to Jason Bircher for the quote. I love running with that ever since the first time he said it. Good to see you, sir. Black Walnut Legend from Banana Republic. Smells like a Ventus. So, all right, let's get into the next one. So, Van Cleef and Arpels, Ambre Imperial. So, I want to say Randy mentioned this one too, because I got a Orchid Leather from Van Cleef that Randy recommended. And I can't wait for the cold. I think that's going to be good for the winter weather. So it's going to be a while before I start pulling that one out into the rotation. But it was fantastic. So good that it was like another Van Cleef recommendation to buy. I was like, sure. The first one worked out great. I have high hopes. And I like their bottles. The little jewel hanging and everything. Very simplistic, very sleek. Collection extraordinaire. Let's give it a little spritz. Great atomizer. Even though they're smaller caps, it's got some heft to it. Clicks into place. It's quality. As you would expect from a brand like Van Cleef & Arpels, definitely some quality stuff here. We got 162 in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming visit. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way in. If you just got here, we are checking out Van Cleef & Arpels Ambre Imperial. These are fragrances, part of fragrance purchase in the haul, bigger haul overall, that I took suggestions from everybody on the live stream. This is 3 of the 10. Tomorrow is going to have a few of the clones and a recorded video. And then we have some other ones as well, some other cheaper stuff. Smooth but fruity. Is that leather? It's like amber, leather, resin, fruit. So smooth. Maybe a little bit of floral. Doesn't smell like rose, though. What is it? Is that jasmine? A little bit of jasmine? A little bit of white floral? Could be wrong. I don't remember the notes. We're going to find out if I'm right or wrong here in just a minute. But that is smooth. That is elegant. That is not a t-shirt fragrance. Definitely not. I'm buying a lot of fragrances that really don't suit my daily wear. It smells like a really good dinner date fragrance, though. Nice and resinous. A little bit of sweetness is creeping in. It's getting creamy pretty quickly. Let's take a look at these notes. Not a big wow factor, but really smooth. Really good. .8 out of 10, 288 ratings. That's great. Sweet, spicy, woody, oriental, powdery. So we got tonka bean instead of vanilla. Tomato. Damn near the same. Bergamot, pink pepper. So there's a little bit of spice that adds to the sweet. Benzoin. There's my amber that I was mentioning. Laotian cinnamon. Laotian, however you say it. It's not super spicy, though. It's not like a hefty dose of cinnamon. And then we got amber. So benzoin and amber, nice and ambery, nice and warm. Warm, sweet. It's a touch of powder, but I don't know if I'd even rank it as the 5th main accord. Maybe as it dries, it gets more powdery. That's a real possibility. In a little bit. And it's not like a heavy tonka powder, but I'm confident it's the tonka that's making it powdery as far as what the notes listed are. That is smooth. It's a little familiar, though. What are people relating it to? Never tried it. Noir Extreme, I think that's much spicier than this. Much sweeter and spicier than this. This is smoother. Ambre Calabria, I have not tried. Terre d'Hermes, I think this is laughable. How many people said that? 7 people said it. To the 7 of you that voted that, if you ever happen to see this part of this video, ever, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I disagree. I get no Terre d'Hermes from this whatsoever. And honestly, it's a little bit more, it's more powdery than something like Noir Extreme. I'm not saying that doesn't have a little bit of powder to it, but this is a little sweeter and spicier overall. I'm not saying, wow, look at the ratings on that. Damn. Rated number 12 in men's perfume. Serious praise. This is definitely spicier. And look, you got saffron, cardamom, nutmeg. Yeah, it's got a little bit of cinnamon going on here. Give some spice. This is smoother and I think a little bit more well-rounded and refined than this. But sure, I can agree. I get some Noir Extreme. I think that's a fair comparison. Again, there's difference. And I don't think one's necessarily better than the other, but they would be very redundant to have both of them. That I do completely agree with. I think it's an 8 out of 10 fragrance. This is a great fragrance. This is definitely evening cooler. Not necessarily the dressiest of occasions. Let's call it semi-formal or semi-casual, whichever of the terms you would like to go with. Just better than a t-shirt. Not in the heat. I think this would be awful in the heat. Even a summer evening. Going in and out. I think this would be awful. Would probably get really cloying. I think that powder would dial up quickly. That sweetness would become thick. I don't think this would be really good for that. But spring, fall evenings, winter evenings, evening keeps popping in my head. This is really good. I do like it. It's a very safe fragrance though, because it's not super powdery for any of you that are like, oh, I don't like powdery fragrances. Not a lot, a little bit. Might be a lot for you. It depends on your definition of what a very powdery fragrance is. My definition is not this. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being a baby powder bomb, I would say this is probably like a 4. Noticeably powdery, but not heavy powder, not even moderately powdery. Like I don't even put it in the middle. It's below the middle grade. That's why I say 4 out of 10. If I was putting on a scale of 10 being a powder bomb. It's just as warm and ambery and resinous as it is sweet and spicy and powdery. It's very smooth and balanced. There's a harmony here with the way these accords play with one another. It's a damn good fragrance. Safe play right here. I think it's like $75. This is a good one. Randy, if you happen to be here, I don't know if you're here or not. Great recommendation. Again, I'm going to have to just say screw it and start trying all these Van Cleef fragrances because they're all, so far, 2 for 2. damn good fragrances. Both 8, 8.5 range kind of stuff. Really, really good. Okay, where was I? Because apparently I let it stay at the bottom and it kept on going. So here we go. Okay. Let's see. I love the incense in low cobalt. I get why people don't love it, though. I like it to the point to where I wanted to get a bottle. Well, bully for you. All right. So let me say that. So in the hospitality industry, 8 years. I'm special, Ross. That's how that reads. Zav. I'll let you know. That's how that reads. Lots of love. All right. By that logic, signature pour homme. What one should I start out with? So the one I like to recommend is Royale X. I think it's the happy medium of the profile. It's the most easygoing, versatile of the bunch. You get some citrus, you get some of the blonde woods, you get some of the resins, you get some musk, but it's not dirty, filthy musk like Triple X. Is much more of a funky, animalistic type of muskiness. I think Royale X is probably the best fragrance to start with, personally. Well, I don't give a good damn. It just didn't look right on the screen. So shame on me. I was wrong. I apologize. It just didn't look right. We're moving on. Jesus Christ. It's fucking hors d'oeuvres. It's nothing to do with what we're talking about here today. I was wrong. You guys were right. Let's move on. Jesus. Any double shaming on two beloved? That's what I'm saying. It just looked wrong to me on screen, you know? Apparently I was wrong, and I have no problem admitting that. Let's talk about some fragrances or some dumb shit or some shit. Dumb shit or some shit. Speaking of things that sound terrible. Duncan, good to see you, sir. So you have it. Thoughts on the way I described it? Do you find it very similar to what I'm getting? It's pretty damn good. It's not too sweet. We've got so much very sweet stuff, which I like sweet fragrances. I do. But sometimes you got to be in the mood for it and you want to get away from the sweet stuff, right? I enjoy incense. There's very few incenses that I don't enjoy. For sure. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Good afternoon. Molinard Ginger Ambre, trying to use it as much as I can before fall. So for those of you that haven't tried it, it basically it sounds like a heavy ginger fragrance, but it's very much kind of like a niche Dior Homme cologne. It smells very, very similar. Midnight Patchouli Parfum is nice too. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind. I hope you're around in the live chat next time we do one of these online shopping adventures, because I need to remember. 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm wearing it tomorrow. I got it lined up to wear tomorrow. It is a warm weather leather. Bright, juicy citrus, super fresh, warm citrus from the Saffron. It's not over the top spicy. It's a soft leather. It is so freaking good. It's one of the best things I've smelled this year. It's love at first sniff every time. I'm telling you guys. That is so good. Everybody that told me I would love it or how great it was, you were all correct. I agree. Amazing stuff. Speaking of amazing stuff, great choice. Let's see, skipping on down. I never tried Taro. Beautiful fragrance though. Kara, good to see you. Still at work till 7, but I hit that like and give our main man some love. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. Enjoy the tail end of work. Try not to get in trouble. Wanting to engage on the live stream. Let's see. I think if people like new Dior Hommes, they'd like Royale X, especially Royale X. I think Royale X is even safer than Royale, honestly. More versatile, I think. We're just having fun. That's why I'm like, for the love of God, let's move on. Jesus. Just having fun. I don't give a shit. Just smelled the Mistake for the first time, and I don't know why, but it reminded me instantly of 7 Cobalt. Really? It's a lot of ginger and like bergamot and lemon. Really good. Super bright citrus. I would have expected you to say something like, it kind of reminds me of Tigar. It's not the same as Tigar, but there's some similarity there. It's actually not that bad, and the heat fades quickly. Ah, so it's not a strong performer. See, it's at the beginning, it smells like it would be cloying in the heat. It really does. It comes across that way, but I mean, you clearly have way more experience with it than I do. Orchid leather. Yeah, see, Randy, both the ones I have, Orchid leather and this one, were Randy recommendations. Definitely nailed it with those. See, that's another one I need to try. And the one Duncan mentioned too. So it sounds like all of them are good. We're bullshitting. Incredibly nuanced and deep freshy. Seraphim blue, seraphim red, citrine, and rosé. Rosé is best rose I've ever smelled. Amen. Amen, Mike. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you like them. Sounds like we have similar taste, because that's 4 of the 6 best from the house, not counting the Zed Creator stuff. I always exclude our super limited run collaboration projects that we did twice. I always exclude those 6 fragrances. But as far as what he's released under the house, has house releases, that's 4 of my favorite 6. That's in the order in which you have them. That's my number 1, number 6, number 5, and number 2. Number 3 is Black Rose. Number 4 is Tobacco. That's the 2 that's missing from my top 6 right there. Chergy. I want to smell that one. Speaking of fragrances, Signature Bloom is coming in today or tomorrow. The lady's choice. She's confiscated my decant. That's one of my wife's favorite fragrances. She was the testing guinea pig for that one. You know, on Velvet Instant. I've never even looked into that one. I'll have to remember that. New cologne other than Vetiver. I mean, yeah. Get Mugler Cologne come together. You can get it at different discounters. It is identical to Mugler Cologne. It's just a rebottling, basically. It's really, because I have the old one. I have Terry Mugler Cologne, the old bottle. It's the same fragrance. This will run you $50 to $60. Same fragrance. Absolutely. So you're who mentioned that in my live stream shorts video, where it was my sin of the day yesterday with this, and I mentioned this is what you're looking for right here. That's what you want. Mugler Cologne come together. That's the one. They got like 7 fragrances in this line. This is Mugler Cologne. They just named it something different, I guess, to change it up, but it's the same fragrance. Still neroli, citrus, petitgrain. They list the notes different. They only list 2 notes, but it is the same fragrance. Like exact. I've done the side-by-sides. It is the same. Because like I said, I have a vintage bottle of Terry Mugler Cologne, the old taller bottle. I have that one. Citrus is a little soured on it. Uh-oh, my main man Josh is in the house. Bon Parfumer 903, the new 502 on the way. Iris and Cacao. All right, then. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to try to get to the bottom real quick, and we're going to get into this 3rd fragrance. Let's see. See how your skin candles. It might be in for a different experience. Special episode of Scents and Sounds tonight over on Sips and Sniffs. Stop by and show some love. Indeed. Indeed. Shout outs to Dame. Shout outs to Jims. Shout outs to Jason. Shout outs to Jim's old hating ass. And Jason's old hating ass. I love them too. And I love Dame too. Shout outs to Dame. Dame's a good dude. It's going to be a good time tonight. Might have to do that video. Because I have to give that some thought. Because that can be anything. That could be just about anything. Honestly, because if you're going to be outdoors, labor force, stuff like that, it could be whatever the hell you want it to be. So it's not the same as an office setting. Those 2 weren't available, and so they might be sold out of them currently. Or Coco Loco. Tried Seraphim Red. I actually liked it more than Seraphim Blue. Please don't ban me. I'm not going to ban you. Again, I said it in my review. I had a feeling more people would like red than blue. I can't help you with that. I don't know what's where in the UK. When it comes to outside of the United States of America, I cannot help anyone in a different country. Tell you yours. I got Riviera Drive, Summer Masterpiece, like Super Ligera, 150 EU, 160 US, but worth it. What's going on, Mitch? How are you? Long time no live stream. Yeah, hey, grapefruit and sage. Basically, a slightly fresher Cool Water Intense. All right, so I'm trying my damnedest to get. Shit really is an addiction. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, all right, we're going to stop right here because I want to get into this third one, which is just a revisit. But it's a good revisit. I'm glad I got 50 mL's plenty. Low 7 Cobalt. Blue fragrance. Like people have been saying, in the vein of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Definitely much more incense than Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Because Bleu de Chanel Parfum, I find, has the least amount of it. Even though I don't even think they listed in the notes, but it's clearly in the formula still. But the EDT and the EDP are much more incense forward of Bleu de Chanel. Honestly, I think this is now. Don't get mad at me for anybody that swears by this, but Bleu de Chanel EDT and EDP, I like this more. Parfum, no. Parfum's the greatest blue fragrance of all time as far as overall versatility. Seraphine Blue, greatest fresh blue of all time to me. But overall signature scent worthy stuff, yeah, that's where I'm a Bleu de Chanel Parfum whore. Oh yeah, I'm a whore for BDCP. BDCP. You could use it. I'm sure other people have used it before. Beautiful atomizer. So good. So good. Man, I'm so glad I grabbed this. It was like 73 bucks for a 50 ml. Yes, please. I actually already had it in the cart before we started that live stream because I was getting that no matter what. Juicy citrus and incense. God, I love blue fragrances. They never cease to just bring joy out of me when I smell a blue fragrance. And I know that's like the most boring shit in the world to some people because a lot of people will evolve their taste beyond blue fragrances to where they like, ugh, you know, another blue. I ain't getting. I got one. You got them all. I love blue fragrances. That's clearly never going to change since the genre really became a thing years ago. This isn't a last 10 years kind of thing. This blue fragrance genre has been around for a while. It hasn't always been aquatics. Lightly synthetic, ambroxan incense, citrus type of smell, touch of peppered spice. Ooh, ambery. Shit, man, I love this. I'm so glad I got a bottle. And it's not, it doesn't have the wow factor appeal of Safran Colognisé from Nishane. Like, it's not going to get anywhere near a 9.5. I don't even remember what I gave it. I want to say I gave it an 8 or an 8.5, something like that. And that's what it is. Let's call it an 8.25 to split the difference here in the moment. I think it's a great fragrance. I think if you have Bleu de Chanel, you don't need it. It is similar enough to Bleu de Chanel. It is similar enough to Dylan Blue. Yeah, if you have that kind of stuff, sure, you don't need this. But if you love that kind of stuff and can't get enough of the shit, you need this. It's better than them, to me. It smells a little bit deeper. It still has that synthetic smell, but it does smell a bit deeper. I'm here for it. Pretty highly rated. Fresh, spicy, woody, green, smoky, sage, frankincense, absolute clove, which I guess is what's adding a lot of the spice. It's not really all that dark to me. Pink pepper, vetiver, black currant, tonka bean. I get more of a citrusy smell than something super fruity like black currant, but it's undeniably similar to Bleu de Chanel in my opinion. Yeah, Bleu de Chanel EDP. Yeah, that's the one I would say it's closest to. Dior Homme 2020, I get it. I get it. It's a lot of synthetics, cashmere wood, Isui super kind of stuff. So is Bleu de Chanel. I get why people would say that. Hell, I even understand Percival. Ganymede, not so much. Silver Mountain Water, crazy talk. Yeah, I don't get Silver Mountain Water here. Dior Homme Sport 2021 and Dior Homme 2020, I get it. Bleu de Chanel EDP, absolutely. Ganymede, reach, big time reach. Percival, a little bit of a reach, but close enough. I get it. The spice, the synthetics, the musk, the smell, all that. Yeah, this is my kind of jam. I'm going to go 8.25 because I don't remember what I gave it last time. It was either an 8 or an 8.5, so we're just going to split that. Do an 8.25. Wear that the following day. Get that in the rotation. So there we have it. Just a quick revisit on that one. No reason to sit there and deep dive on it because I have discussed it once already. I'm going to spend some time with it, and it'll be in the weekly rotation here on Sunday. We'll revisit both Safran, Colognise, and Loewe 7 Cobalt, because they're both going to be in the weekly rotation. I'm aware that's going to be the next 2 days. The Van Cleef fragrance, I'm going to wait for an evening situation. I think it'd be better to put it in the right situation. Take one of the orange lifesavers I keep next to my Pacific Chill travel spray in my lunch bag. Put a lifesaver in my mouth, and it tasted like, yep, Pacific Chill. So not like apricot, but like alcohol and oil, basically. Because you got an apricot dominance in the profile of the fragrance, but I doubt it tasted like apricot. Good stuff. That's going to be interesting. I cannot share. That's going to be interesting. I think I like this one a lot after revisit. I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy it. Exactly that. Go Heels, baby. Go Heels with my North Carolina colored RCVA hat. I've had this hat for so long. I got this for like $7 at a Marshall's like 10, 12 years ago. This hat's very old. Yeah, you know me. Exactly. Second Soul. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. I most certainly have not. I don't think I've ever even looked into that one before. Yeah, I'm big time on the blue fragrances. John, good to see you, sir. L'Homme Gingembre, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I've only seen it at ridiculous prices on eBay in the last couple of years. Sean Clark, good to see you, sir. Yeah, but growing up as baby blue. You know what I mean? Then it was Columbia, Carolina blue. It's been through Legend blue now. Horizon blue, if we're talking Under Armour. There's so many names for this tone of blue. So many names. Noted. Talking about blue fragrances, John Barbados Indigo. That's also in the video that Scandal Absolute is in. Flying Under the Radar. Flying Under the Radar is not in the title, but that's basically the moral of what the video is. Ooh, I disagree. But hey, if it smells like cotton candy to you, that's 9.5. For the longest time, 9.5 was my 10s until I finally gave out 2 of them in the last like 2 years. But 9.5, once in a while, you'll hear a 9.75, like Aaron Terrence Hughes' Ohm. I think I've given one other one. I can't even remember what it is in the moment. I think it was Black Prestigium, maybe, from Mancera. Very rare do I get that. Indeed. And it probably is. That probably is the proper way to say it. Yeah, very much. 7 Cobalt, absolutely. Bloom. I guess you meant rosé. The 2 I had to get my wife her own bottles. Yeah, because I'm not a fragrance, but I think you meant rosé. No, so it's going to be, this really isn't much of a deeper review. This is just a revisit because I haven't spent enough time with it to really give it a deeper review. I need to wear it a few times first, but I absolutely will. It's clobbering time. Yeah, Punk. Yeah, for sure. That was a great promo last night. He definitely sold that premium live event. Just got delivered, and that's what the notification was, guys. That is not what the notification was. Notification was a text message from a person. Indeed. I'm not going to say 10 out of 10, but I will say 9.5. Second Soul is phenomenal. I agree. It's a masterpiece for sure. Tell him, Jay. Tell him. Really? Okay. No, I had gave that a 9.5. I did that review first quarter of 2020. That was a long time ago. That was that brief stint in San Antonio when I was working at Toyota and decided, no, I don't want to be in finance in this volume dealership that does 1,000 car deals a month. I'm going to live here because I was getting ready to go to finance. That's what I was there for. I was just selling cars for the time being, getting trained in the way they do things over there. And that was right when the channel was starting to really go on an uphill climb. And I was like, I will have to I'll pretty much sacrifice YouTube. I was not willing, believe it or not, this channel is why I was like, yep, I'm not doing it. I passed up a pretty much guaranteed $300,000 to $400,000 a year job because they sell that kind of volume. But I'd live there. I'd work 100 hours a week easily, making money, no time to spend the shit. Basically, just buy really nice shit to wear to work. That's everybody with Rolexes and Ferragamo loafers and their Armani suits and shit because you live at work. So that's what you spend your money on, is work. So I chose my YouTube channel over going and being a finance manager. And I have since committed to staying on YouTube. Hand tattoos. You know what they don't like in the car business? Hand tattoos. So that is not what the text was, and that was not from George. George is on an airplane right now. If George was to hit me up, it would be Messenger because he has no cell phone signal on the airplane. Understood. Yeah, we're not going to slander any fragrances here today, ladies and gentlemen. We're peace, love, and harmony here. And lots of hors d'oeuvres for everyone. I hope you enjoy them. No, it definitely was not that, nor was it him. No, not even remotely close. Absolutely not. No and no. If I ever wanted to, I have a desk. I've been told there's a desk waiting for me at which Porsche dealership is Lefke managing? I forgot the name of it, but it's in Houston. One of my old managers from Mercedes, he's the new car manager at one of the Porsche dealers in Houston. And every time I talk to him every couple of months. We'll message back and forth. And I was like, still got that desk waiting for you whenever you're ready. Not anymore. He hasn't said nothing about the tattoos. We haven't talked this year. Last time we talked, I think, was right before Christmas. But yeah, still got a desk for me, Lefke? If he happens to see this, I'll send him a message. Still got a desk for me? Because I can take the earrings out. That ain't shit. But tattoos can't go nowhere, and I'm not going to walk around with gloves on. So, because I've had managers that got like full sleeves and stuff. They just didn't have tattoos. Wear button-up Oxfords and stuff. It hides the tattoos, you know? Full chest and back. Like I've had some bunch of managers with all kinds of ink, but the one thing they stayed away from was the hand tattoos because they don't like that in the car business. I'm not saying every dealer. I'm sure there are dealers out there that'll do it, but maybe not dealers I want to work for. I like the luxury market. I tried. I worked for Nishane and Toyota. Nishane was my stepping stone first job, and Toyota was the volume dealer I was training to do finance. And I preferred working for Mercedes and Jaguar Land Rover. Those two dealers was Jaguar Land Rover was the last brands I was working for before I went full time with this. Because I left Toyota and just went for one of my old managers where I had more time to work on this at my desk every day. This is what I was doing at work. I'd sell enough cars, and I was working on social media from my desk. Yep. Cheapest blue fragrance you would recommend and gladly wear. Missoni Wave is always the first thing that comes to mind. In Salvatore Ferragamo, Aqua Cinziali Blue, that is my 2. I would say for year-round, Aqua Cinziali Blue. For the warmer weather, Missoni Wave. Still can work year-round, though. New, good to see you, sir. Solar Blue, hell yeah. Well, you can talk shit about that one. I don't like that one. That's fine. And also, Cool Water Oceanic Edition. Feel free to dog shit, talk all kinds of dog shit about that garbage fragrance. I do not. Hugo Boss Descent Magnetic, great stuff. I'm not a big Porsche guy. I'm really not. I'm just saying, like, I got a job that waiting before the hand tattoos. Anyways, I had a job waiting for me if I wanted. There's, like I said, in the Houston car market, I built my name up pretty well. If I ever wanted to go back in the car business, I'd move back to Texas. I wouldn't do it here. I'd see who'd be okay with these. Because I don't have a problem wearing Oxfords and suits and shit. I'd just be like, hey, these are going to stick out. You're going to see the Rose, TLTG, and NWO. You're going to see that. There's no hiding that unless I wear gloves. And that's just weird. So. Yeah, for sure. Indeed. Indeed they are. Indeed they are. Nautical Blue is good. I know you meant Nautica. Yeah, Nautical Blue is good. Not better than the other two that I mentioned. Not even close. For $15, sure, solid stuff. But Missoni Wave and Aqua Cindiali Blue are far better fragrances. Far better. Indeed. Beautiful fragrance. So, guys, we did a little over an hour. We got everything covered. I think it's a good spot to shut it down. Appreciate you guys coming and hang with me. I highly, highly, highly recommend trying this if you haven't. Nishane Colognisé, Saffron Colognisé. This is amazing. Ooh. Getting a little on the funky musky side as it's drying down. Kind of that earthy vetiver from the original is there. This is so good. It's transitioned and changed a lot without losing that freshness, though. This is a banger. Man, that's such a good fragrance. I can't wait to give it full wearing tomorrow. So check out yesterday's review. If you haven't yet, I gave it a little room to breathe because it was doing pretty good. That's why we didn't put a video out today. Fragrance haul of the clones tomorrow, some Fragrance World stuff and so on. Liquid Brune and Azure Oud, stuff like that. So check out that video tomorrow. No live stream tomorrow. And then Thursday evening, 7 o'clock Central, ranking Xerjoff fragrances with Mr. Justin Copeland over on his channel. He's setting everything up early. He hit me up for a picture for the thumbnail earlier today. So I don't know if he set it up yet or not. I got to look. But I appreciate you guys coming hang and make sure to like the stream before you leave. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.